Hello, after YouTube world. It is I, Lord Shelley. Anyway, um, congrats on your fifth day. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe seventh day. I don't know. Anyway, congratulations on lasting that long. And um, getting to the point about uh, the cats and the dogs and how they're mistreated and yeah, it's an awful thing. Um, over I don't know, maybe if you look up what the animal shelter does to the unwanted animals, uh, you'd be shocked, you'd be disappointed, and you'd be utterly sick to your stomach on what they do. For example, they take these dogs, they put them in a like a deep freeze, and they pump carbon monoxide in there. And if nobody out there here in YouTube land knows what carbon monoxide is, it is a deadly gas. Okay, that's just the that's just the tip of the iceberg right there. It's a poison. Um, Carbon monoxide comes out of exhaust on a car, comes out of a big chimney on a building, and carbon monoxide turns back into water vapor. But it's a poison. And they stick these animals in there. They don't put them in there nicely either. They toss them in there. They throw them in there. And what happens is they pump this carbon monoxide gas in there and it suffocates them to death. Uh, I'd rather be slaughtered with my guts hanging out on a meat hook than literally have the oxygen depleted out of my body. Because some of these puppies, they don't die. After if they don't die the first time with the carbon monoxide poisoning, then they take them out and they do it again. They take the dead ones out, they leave the live ones in there, throw more puppies and dogs on top of them, and pump more carbon monoxide in there. And one time they opened up the deal and there was yelping in there. You imagine a newborn puppy yelping? That's the sound you hear. And they also do that with cats as well. If you have a cat, or if the Humane Society picks up a cat and they're not given good homes, why then they're suffocated. That's not really a good way to die, but it happens. Uh, I've seen animals slaughtered. I used to work in a slaughterhouse, unfortunately. So I've seen animals' throats slit, the blood drain out of them, but they're still conscious, conscious. They were still alive, but they weren't because the nerves. after you shot them in the head, the nerves were kicking. That means their nerves, they still have their nerves going on there, and uh, they're still alive. You say, how can you sit there and tell me that you wouldn't want to watch a dog or a cat be suffocated, but yet you used to take a cow and break it down into nothing? You know, that's why I don't work there anymore. One, I've seen people be mean to these animals. As they're coming up to shoot, they would yell at them. They would hit them with these long sticks, about this long, about this long, and they just whack them with it. You know, I'm not even a vegetarian. I like my meat, but when you think of an animal that was raised, I know all animals are raised for a purpose. But I'm not going to sit there and take the side of someone who wants to eat a family pet. I'm not going to do it. Even though there's some people that have cows and pigs as pets, they wouldn't eat them. But a dog and a horses. Let me tell you something about horses, okay? A lot of the thoroughbred horses that lose races end up on plates, and that's another video. But that's be prepared for that video. Anyway, now that I've got that over with, I want to bring someone in here who wants to meet you. Hold on. Hold on. Well, anyway, you'll meet him another time. So anyway, as I was saying, uh, there's people out there who, you know, think of these animals that we have as pets as food items. And guys, look it up. Look up the Humane Society. It's disgusting. By all means, it's disgusting. Anyway, this is Jean, whatever I said at the beginning. Jean, I'm not going to say Jean Philippe because I think he's a bad guy. Anyway, this is me, the goofy one, goof troop, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner, okay? Anyway, thumbs up, double thumbs up, triple thumbs up. You guys have a good evening. It's the weekend. Be safe. Do not drink and drive. If you do, have a designated driver. Thank you. Have a good day. God bless.